Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's me, Mally, and welcome to episode 17 of the Highly Intelligent Podcast. Now, I've been kind of hella busy this week, so this one's going to be kind of all over the place because topics aren't like I haven't picked out any real topics. Like, I have a few, but I'm gonna talk about them and try to drag them out as long as possible. I know it's not really what you want to hear at the beginning of a podcast, but this week just went by so fast. It's kind of unbelievable. It felt like I just kind of uploaded the other one, so. But if I had like a sense of time, like if I went outside, then maybe I could have prepared more for this, but I didn't, you know what I mean? So, but I do have topics. It's just not many of them. But also, did you guys notice that I changed the setup here? I decided to take it from my living room out to my patio. So, hope you guys like it. Hope you guys like the view. I love this view, by the way. Sometimes I just take a look back there and just kind of realize, like, damn, my life is amazing. So, that's what I'll be doing this week. So, if you guys want to know where I'm at, I'm actually in Miami, as always, because that's my city. That's what I claim. Uh, just kind of where I like to reside at most of the time. I got a few houses up in the Beverly Hills and all that shit, but I don't really like to go to LA like that. So, I'll keep it in Florida, maybe I'll head to Tampa in a week or two, but until then, I'm here now. And yes, my hair is showing, and yes, I am very pale. I got both the ring lights on me. Not much I can do about that. It's just kind of what I have to deal with. My lighting isn't the best, but we're gonna do like what we have to do to get this show on the road. I don't know. I was trying to go for like five different things there, but I'm very relaxed today. I'm very chill. Today was just a good streaming day, a kind of a long streaming day. Well, not too long. It's not the longest I've ever had, but it was a nice length, I would say. So let's just get right into the topics here today. But before that, I just want to say no sponsors as of lately. Okay, you guys probably knew that. No sponsors, obviously, which it is a running gag, right? That's basically what I've turned this into is it's a running gag that I'm asking every single company out there for a sponsor. I did another run and nobody has hit me back. The main one I was targeting was another YouTuber brand, which I mentioned a few episodes ago. Right here, not to give them any free promotion, but I was hitting up the guys at Teddy Fresh, and nobody has answered. And you would think that since they're like probably one of the smaller companies I've hit up so far, they would like maybe answer me. They're not as small as Cool Shirts and all that, but it just kind of sucks. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, not y'all can't spread no love to a smaller creator, man. And that actually doesn't bring me to a topic, but it brings me to something I was going to talk about, which. So it's no surprise that I like H3, right? Let's just get that out of the way. Or at least, I'm a fan, okay? I don't. Like, I know he gets involved in a lot of political stuff, and that's like what I try to avoid. But I don't mind listening. It's just I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get involved. But I am a fan, especially of like his stuff from like 3-4 years ago. That's like in my opinion like the prime H3. H3 was about 3 to 4 years ago. Maybe it's even 2 years ago. And so I sent him an email. Right. Don't really know why I did this, but I was just like, if there's any chance in hell, you know, just to be funny again, just to kind of like bring the sponsor gag to like another level. I wrote them an email saying like, all right, y'all actually I can just read it out actually. Matter of fact, let me go and do that right now. What email is it under? Is it under the Malarax Business or the Malarax Podcast? Hold on. I think it's under the Malarax Business. Also, it smells like fire in my room because there's a fire going on in my house, but it's fine. Sent. All right, there you go. To the H3 Podcast. All right. The title of this email is A True Business Opportunity from a Streamer. Which, by the way, a true business opportunity, I don't know. I wouldn't call it a business opportunity. I'd call it more like a robbery, a legal robbery maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I was very upfront when I wrote this. All right, let me read it to you now. My name is Malorax. Okay, starting off big here. Starting off with the name. That's a strong start right there. Starting with the name, you know, like really, like you would think like, damn, you know, starting off with the name. Okay, I got you. So yeah, my name is Malorax. I've been a huge fan of all the H3 shows for a long time, which is true. I have been for a long time. I talked about this in one of my old podcasts, but I had an old ass phone named H3, so I've been in it for a long time. And I want to be a new member of the H3 crew. Now, I don't really want to be a new member of the H3 crew. Like, I don't want to be in the office. I don't want to be like in LA. You know, I don't want to be an actual part of the crew, but I'll get into that. You're probably wondering which part of the crew I want to join. I want to be the H3 streamer. Now, I'm pretty sure half the guys who are in the H3 crew already stream, but it's not like their main source of income. You know what I mean? So I feel like I could start like some new shit. You know, like they need to spread their wings a little bit, even though they don't really need to. But who gives a fuck? Am I right? You know, I'll try to convince them they need something that they don't actually need. That's how most products make their money anyway. So I want to be the H3 streamer. You see, I'm already a streamer and I already wear Teddy Fresh on stream. That's true. Why not join the crew and get paid for it? That's facts. You know what I mean? Why wear this merchandise if I'm not going to get paid for it? Even though I still do. I still wear it and I'm not getting paid for it. So, you know, that's cool. Even though I need new clothes. You know? Like cool shirts didn't answer my shit. Teddy Fresh not answering my shit. Like no clothing brands are fucking with me. Which is so crazy because I know somebody whose podcast was way smaller than mine and they got a sponsor, I'm pretty sure. Even though it was like I don't know what company it was from. And actually I did have a sponsorship opportunity, but I rejected it because like it was some bullshit. It wasn't even for my podcast, it was for my Instagram. But it was some bullshit. So yeah. I didn't take it up. I probably should have, but I didn't. Just because I was like, well, I've never heard of this fucking company a day in my life. And I'd rather wait for my first sponsor to be something cool. You know what I mean? So let's address the biggest question you have. What will you get from this? That's a good question. Hold on, I gotta clear my throat real quick. Okay. Let's address the biggest question you have. What will you get from this? Basically, nothing. Why am I brutally honest right now, dude? What am I talking about in this email right here, dude? This shit's crazy. Also, I keep on looking over there because that's where my monitor is set up. Sorry, I should really be looking over here. I will not be kicking any of the money I make up to the hierarchy, which hierarchy is kind of crazy. And also, if you're employed to somebody, you don't kick your money up to them anyways, you know? So I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. You know, I'm still not going to do that though. Nothing's changed. So I'm not going to kick any money up to the hierarchy. However, I stream every day. I mean, I almost stream every day, so it's fine. You know, I miss like 2 days out of the week, maybe even 1 day out of the week, depending. It's just on my VODs channel. Sometimes I just can't upload the VOD, but I do be streaming every day. So make sure to check it out. Malorax on TikTok every day at 3 p.m. EST, I believe. I believe that's correct. I'm almost positive that's correct, actually. All right. I stream every day and I run a weekly podcast. So true. I would personally describe myself as the human equivalent of 2010 Bitcoin. Y'all hear that? I would describe myself as the 2010 equivalent of Bitcoin. That means that like I'm bound to blow up. And I'm pretty sure I actually said that. Hold on, let me read that. Yeah. And so after I said that, I said, soon enough, I will blow up beyond your wildest imagination, writing it like it's some fucking like essay for school or some shit. Like beyond your wildest imagination. That's crazy. Like what does that even mean? Like I have no clue. I mean, hopefully that happens. Hopefully I blow up beyond the wildest my wildest imagination. Because I can imagine everything in the world, but like a lot of the times I can't imagine myself succeeding. But then a lot of times I can. I have a battle with myself every day. It's painful, I guess. Uh, Soon enough I'll blow up beyond your wildest imagination, right? So I'm asking you to invest in me now. Okay, here's the kicker, right? All I'm asking for is 5,000 a month, and in return I'll wear Teddy Fresh sometimes. What kind of deal is that, bro? Give me 5K a month, I'll rep your brands like whenever I feel like it. Would Fine by me, I guess. If Teddy Fresh wants to do that, I'll be fine with that, honestly. Same with cool shirts. If y'all want to give me 5K a month for that shit, go ahead. 5K a month to wear your merch sometimes on stream. Fuck it. I'll do that shit. Just saying. All right. So in return, I'll wear Teddy Fresh sometimes, and when someone asks, I'll say the H3 podcast is my second favorite podcast aside from my own. Give me 5,000 a month. I'll rep your shirts, and I'll also say your podcast is my second favorite if anybody asks, which nobody has asked me that yet in my entire streaming career. So, you know, whenever they ask, I guess it's fine. It's cool. And then I can't wait to hear back from you. Gold bless Mally. I meant to say God bless, but it fucking auto corrected to gold, which is crazy. So that was the email I sent out to the H3 crew. They haven't gotten back to me. I made a TikTok video, no, an Instagram reel, asking them to sponsor me. But it was like I'll show it to y'all, but I'm not gonna play the audio because it's like a very popular song that will definitely get my shit taken down. Not taken down, but just All right, this is it right here. This is my IG reel right here. This is just me asking them basically to sponsor me. They didn't respond. Uh, I don't even think they fucking looked at it, even though I had 180 something views. So maybe, you know, maybe. I wish I could see somebody, like any important people who watched it, like verified users, because it would be so cool if I could see that shit. It would be amazing if I could see that shit actually. But no, I made that, no response. And then they posted something earlier today talking about they'll be back on Monday. Which, by the way, who told the H3 podcast to upload on Mondays, dude? That's when I upload, you know? So, like, what the fuck is that shit? You can't just take my dates and all that. You can't just take my dates. Also, I'm going to put on the TF beanie because I don't like the way my hair looks, but I'm putting it on backwards because they've betrayed me and they haven't given me the money that I want. You know how it is. It's just business, It's nothing personal. It's just business, so. Also, my face just got, like, so much fatter after putting that shit on. Cool. Isn't that crazy? How your face just looks infinitely more chubby the moment, like, you put on anything on your head. But, anyways. So, yeah, they didn't reach out to me. Which, I believe in myself a lot. I'm very delusional about everything in my life. But, like, oh god, nobody's I haven't gotten any good news when it comes to that shit, it sucks for sure. It sucks for sure, dude. I can do anything, right? Like, my Instagram page when I was uploading my clips to Instagram was doing so well. And that's when I got, like, the person who asked to sponsor, not to sponsor me, but they were going to pay me to what do you call it, promote a product, which is sponsoring, I guess. But, like, I'm talking, like, for a long period of time, you know what I mean? Like a partner almost. So that can happen. I know it can. It's just, does it happen? No. Does that piss me off? Yes. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's my time. Like, my whole life I wanted to be a streamer, a YouTuber. And, I'm putting all my efforts into that shit and whatnot. Here I am, going as hard as I've ever gone on it before. Except, I guess, the YouTube game could be better, but my YouTube videos were getting like 20 views a video. It's like, it was not worth it. Uh, but yeah, you know what I mean? I just can't, like, why is it not working out for me? But we talked about that a lot last podcast, so we won't get into that much. I'm just saying, at what point do these companies start hitting me up? They're like, we're gonna go out on a limb here. We're gonna take a risk. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take a risk and we're gonna invest in you, Malarax. It's like, you won't regret this. And then I dap them up, kiss them a little bit, and then they start paying me my money. And I know I make it seem like all I do is money. All I want is money. And as I mentioned last podcast, I just want to be able to live on my own. Just to be able to live on my own. That's it. That's all I want. So that's cool. Also, my door is open, which means the cat's going to break into my room at some point during this recording, which then I'm going to have to deal with and then cut that out of the podcast. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Also, I can't get the audio levels right. The audio levels over there, it's all in the yellow when it's supposed to be like moderately in the green, but it's just all yellow. I don't know what's going on. So, yikes. My equipment's been fucking up like so bad recently. Like on TikTok, I've had 3 instances lately where my microphone or game audio has been fucked up. Like today, it added another duplicate microphone. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it just duplicated my microphone. It was like, what could ever cause that to happen? Especially if I haven't plugged anything in or taken anything out in the last day. What the fuck could possibly cause that to take place? Nothing. That should just be sabotage. So the first like 20 minutes of today's stream was spent sounding like Vegito from Dragon Ball. It's just fucking double voices, just like bah, bah, bah. Like if I unmuted one of those microphones up there, it would probably sound like that. So, anyways, getting on to some of the main topics here. I had a snow day today. It was kind of weird because it was like really early in the morning when it was happening, so I was like very like tired. Like I couldn't see anything. I was like, "It's snowing. What the fuck are you talking about?" It was like 8, by the way, which is like when most people are up and awake, but not me. So I was like, I was there. I was like, oh, what the fuck is happening? And then I saw it and I was like, damn, that's some thick ass snow. And I fucked with it. I fuck with snow. Snow's cool. It's just not, like it wasn't the cool snow that was like on the ground that you can make snowballs with. It was like a little piss snow that you'd get on the side of the road whenever it's like a little cold. You know what I mean? Like some shit that your car would skirt off and kill you on, but like not enough to make you stay indoors and not drive at all. You know what I mean? Like it's in the very weird spot where it was like it's not very cool, but it's cold. I try to sound cool there, but it didn't make sense. But you guys know the little fucking stupid drizzle of snow that doesn't stay on the ground. That's just like, oh, it's snowing. Cool. Like it doesn't cancel work, it doesn't cancel school. It's just there. It's like, okay then. Also, I thought the world was getting warmer, dude. The hell's going on with that? The hell's going on, dude? Like, it never snowed here until, like, last year. And then today, obviously. So, that is weird. Even though it's not so much global warming as it is climate change. Is fucking up the earth. Not necessarily... Well, global warming is also a problem, but it's also climate change in general. Where climates are getting more extreme, not just more hot. Which a lot of people don't understand. But it's like a basic thing, It's like when it says it means more extreme, it means cold is going to get more cold, hot's going to get more hot. And when hot gets more hot, then water levels rise. And Florida goes bye-bye, unfortunately. Which means, like, my town at max got, like, how long do you think Key West got till it's underwater? A lot of people say, like, 30 years. And it's like, fuck, dude. Like, if I wanted to buy a house, should I buy it now? Not that I would ever able to be able to pay for that at the moment, but I wonder. You know what I mean? I wonder. Like, would insurance like pay for that shit if the entire state went underwater, or would they just be like, Fuck no, bro. The fuck are you talking about? You bought this shit knowing it was gonna go underwater. It's like, my bad, bro. The fuck? You know, I didn't know it was gonna happen in the next 30 years. I thought it was in the next 40 years. But I don't know. I would just rather. I mean, I want to buy a house in Key West again, but this shit's expensive. I gotta be a millionaire to even live down there in like a medium-sized house, like a 3-bedroom house. To buy it, you gotta be a millionaire, which is crazy. That's like, it's like the most like expensive place ever. Like probably more than LA even. Key West is just for a shitty fucking house. So I probably won't ever go back there, but I'll get somewhere close to the south. Don't worry. I'll get to Tampa or Miami maybe. I wanted to go to Miami, but I don't know if I want to live in Miami. Even though hold on. I live in Miami right now, obviously, but like this is as close to the city as I'm getting. You know, the city's over there. I'm over here in like where the rich folks live, you know? Like I'm over here in Windermere, Orlando type shit. Even though I'm not. I'm in Miami. Windermere's like 5 hours above me. But you know how it is. I don't know. I would buy a house up there somewhere. I think. I want to be in a spot where it's convenient to walk around in. A spot where I could walk around in without getting robbed or shot or anything like that. And that's it. In a place that has Uber or Uber Eats. That's it. Those are my 3 requirements right there. So, you know, who knows? Maybe I can find a spot like that eventually. But for now, also, how long has this been going? I really can't see that over there, but I think I figured it out. I just need to time it because I need to time my break in between these somewhere. So let's keep going. Also, let me pop open my drink. Actually, I haven't popped open my drink. All right, let's. Actually, I'm gonna do it back here so it's like not too loud, but you can still like get a satisfying pop from it. Was that satisfying? Also, why does it like? It's because I haven't shaved, but it looks like I have a double chin. Like, look, watch me go down. It looks like my double chin is fucking forming, but it's not. I have a little bit of fat down there, but it's not a double chin. I hope not, at least. I can't wait for my fat to go away, dude. I can't wait to be like, get plastic surgery and shit. That would be cool as fuck. Also, I'm not sponsored by those freaky fucks at Dr. Pepper, dude. With all their spices and shit. Fuck that. Alright. So the first like real topic of the podcast, I know, you know, we're already a decent amount in, but I've created multiple more accounts for the Malarax profile so you guys can follow me on more things, okay? Now let me talk to you about them, okay? So the first one I created was a new Instagram page called Malarax Clips, and as you can imagine, I deleted all the clips off my main profile, and now I'm going to be uploading them to the Clips profile, because with the main one, I wanted to keep personal. You know, I wanted to keep personal. My wire just got tripped on something. I wanted to keep it personal, and so now I can upload my clips to another channel, another page. I mean, also there's something on my foot. Just fucking everything, dude. This recording studio is so fucking trashed up right now, just because I had a little bit of an anger moment. But yeah, so I'm uploading all my Twitch clips to Snapchat as well, but I wasn't supposed to say that. I fucking lost my. Let me recalibrate everything. Okay. So an Instagram page called Malarax_clips. I'm uploading all my clips there because I didn't want them on my main profile, because I thought I wanted to keep my main profile, Malarax, kind of personal, you know, kind of like a fun little page for people to click on and see what the fuck is going on with me as of late. And then I had the clips one where it's all my clips from my streams, because I didn't want to get rid of that, because eventually that'll come in. Eventually, you know, I'll be like, damn, I should really be uploading these to somewhere more than TikTok. And I thought about that. I was like, I'd rather change it now than later. So I'm doing it now. And then I'm also doing it for Snapchat. If you want to look at real_Malarax on Snapchat, I post all my clips on the Spotlight, which is reaching a few people. It reaches on average like 50 people per upload. So that's good, you know. That's amazing. 50 people see my clips, even though on Instagram and YouTube Shorts it was like more like 1,000 people were watching. But I'm restoring what my clips page used to be, and YouTube is like 800 still, but it's like YouTube, man. I'm you know what's crazy is I'm almost halfway to getting monetized on YouTube. It's amazing, you know. But you know, halfway is still like, how long has it taken me to do that? Like 4 years. So you know, that's cool, I guess. Nah, it's been 3 years, but officially, well, technically it's been 3 years. Officially, almost two. And actually, I haven't been uploading, so. But the clips I upload on YouTube Shorts, and I get a fair amount of subs from that. And I wonder if I will be able to monetize myself through the clips. I heard the clips program or the shorts program isn't like as lucrative as what you might think, you know? So, who knows? Who knows if it'll be worth it or not? Or, I mean, I want to do, like, I want to upload on main channel so bad, but I don't do anything IRL. And since I wanted to only focus on IRL content, how am I supposed to do that if I don't do anything IRL? I stream. Like, realistically, the only thing why I don't do anything is because I don't have money. And I know I talk so much about, like, I know I talk about me not wanting the money and me not doing it for the money. But on the other hand, I always talk about how I've wanted it to be my career. Like, you know, career is something you make money from, and how I ask these sponsors for money, and how I don't like people begging for money because they're not putting any effort forward. So money is the problem, and money is the goal. However, it's not my motivation. That's probably the perfect fucking way to put it, actually. Money is not my motivation, but it is my goal. That's pretty, I mean, that, in my opinion, that's like a really fucking smart, I mean, yeah, that's basically exactly how I think. You know, it's like money doesn't drive me, but money is the goal that I want at the end of the day. You know, and also the fan base. Not at the end of the day. End of the day is bad, but as a fan base, I want a fan base and also a little bit of the money, you know, because I want to be able to at least live on my own. As I've said earlier in this stream, I'm just a big old fucking music box, just repeating myself, a broken record, as they say. Fucking, I just said music box, bro. I'm a fucking idiot. This ain't no Finance at Freddy's. Sorry about that. Sorry. That was I don't even know why I said that. That shit was fucking embarrassing. But yeah. And also my Facebook page I reopened. I that one never closed down, but I stopped uploading on it. I'm uploading my clips to my Facebook page again. And I heard Facebook monetization is kind of busted, is what I've heard. So, you know, maybe I can get something from that eventually. You know, the Malarax name, of course, will be cool. Malarax. I feel like I do so much for. I feel like most small channels that are like my size, they stick to one thing. Like, sure, they'll upload the clips on TikTok or Instagram, but I'm doing everything like Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, fucking TikTok. Like, I used to do Twitter, but it never worked out on Twitter, like, ever at any point, so I stopped. Like, I'm doing everything. I got the podcast channel. I got the VODs channel, which, by the way, a lot of people who like have my following, which is very small, they don't think about it. But the VODs is like, people want to see those eventually. You know what I mean? People want to see where you came from. So I feel like it was kind of genius for me to make the VODs channel when I did, just so I can, like, you know, just so I can have the VODs channel and I can upload the VODs channel. You know, so I can provide the content to people, and so they don't have to go to other people for it. You know what I mean? So, like, that's one thing that, like, I think Moist Critical doesn't even make money from YouTube anymore, but as somebody who's really broke, like me, he always talked about how other channels had the VODs, and I was like, no, that's not, I'm not, I wouldn't do that. I think I would take the VODs as well. So, but also not to, again, I talk a lot about money. Like, it's so hard, you know, it's so hard to describe. Because on one hand, it's like, I need money, you know, but I'm not in a good place financially. Nobody in this household is. So it would be amazing if I had some. But I also don't want to seem like I'm only in it for the money, too. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so hard to balance because it's like people will take something anyway, a certain way. But yeah, man, I don't want to end up like iDubbbz living in a fucking igloo just in the middle of nowhere, so I kind of need the money from streaming, kind of need the money from podcasting or the VODs channel or the clips or the shorts, like I need it. Not that it's the goal, or not that it's the motivation, but it's the goal, It's like I need it. It's the reward, rather, for my good content, I guess. Good content in quotation marks. I think I make good stuff. I think I make entertaining stuff. Like this podcast, I think, is better produced than like 90% of other podcasts. And that's like real. Like, have you guys taken a look at half the other podcasts in the world? Like, their microphone is shit, equipment shit, setups shit. The worst. Hold on, I'm about to burp. The worst thing about my podcast is the camera. Like, let's be real here. Like, I can't afford a better camera. But if I could, like, then it would be a perfect podcast, would it not? And I guess I could like prepare a little bit more, but like I'm going, I don't have that many topics, but I'm going. I'm giving it my all. And so I feel, I don't know, dude, like I have so much confidence in myself because I've seen how successful other people are and how shitty their product are. Like I saw this, I don't remember exactly who it was, but somebody was interviewing a well-known figure in like fighting. I don't know if it was like Anderson Silva, Ilya Topuria, Mike Tyson. It was somebody who was like important, right, to like fighting. And the quality, like the video quality was all right. The sound quality was fucking dog shit, bro. They were using these shitty little portable Rode mics. It sounded terrible. And like I know my audio hasn't been great in the past, okay, but that's because of like technical fuck ups. Like that's not because I'm just not being like, it's not because I'm not putting effort into it. It's because I physically didn't even know that was going on. But like, I double checked my recording just now. I edited the audio levels. Like, I'm doing everything I can to make this as high a quality for you guys, And so I feel like when I compare myself to the people who are interviewing those guys, it's like, first of all, how'd you get the interview? Second of all, my shit's way better than yours. They should come on my podcast, even though it's just set up in my studio. With a green screen behind me, okay? I'm gonna break the realism for a second. It's a green screen. I know it was so convincing, but this shit behind me, I can't afford this, But let's keep it real. I feel like I can do it just so much better than them. And I feel like with enough incentive, with enough motivation, I could really make a great podcast, and have great questions, great interviews, It's just everything's so shaky right now. Like, I don't want anything to be permanent. Like, I don't want a permanent guest. Like, I don't want a permanent host. Like, I don't want a co-host right now. Just because I don't know where this is going to go, And I don't know. Well, one thing with the co-host is, like, I don't know anybody who's going to be down to do it once a week. Like, I know there's people who say they are, but, like, I know it'll fall apart eventually, So I try to, like, I'm going to keep it solo for now until I really get, like, a solid base on this shit, Until I really get some solidarity on someone. Probably not the right way to use that word, but let's just go with it. Okay? And also lighting. I will admit, I look pretty fucking white right now, okay? I look like Every Night X Riot right now with his fucking just blasting his face with his fucking ring lights. Sorry about the dead air there. And also, hold on, wait. I'm about to take a Pokemon card that's stuck on my fucking leg. What is it? Hold on, what set is that from? Scarlet and Violet code right there, y'all. Scan that shit if you want it. Anyways. Also, why do I feel like it's low-key picking up? No, I mean, I know for a fact I already fucking did that shit. Alright. On to the next topic, y'all. Sorry. I'm very bad at transitioning through the topics, which a lot of people don't, mention that they're switching topics, but yep, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, boys. Alright. Oh, God, this one's going to be a hard one to tackle, just in case any of my friends hear this. So, let me just set up the context here. My friend is playing... I might have even talked about this last podcast, but I didn't write it down, so who knows. But, my friend, for context, started playing League of Legends. And we make fun of him for it because League of Legends is like, everybody knows it as a super like nerdy, lame ass game, So we make fun of him for that all the time. But I want to get into a game that is arguably more nerdy than that. And that's where my problem's coming in. So it's like, okay, so we're flaming him for playing League of Legends, but then there's this other game that I want to try out that's like objectively the most nerdy game of all time, which I probably don't even need to mention what it is. You guys are probably like, fuck, he's talking about World of Warcraft, isn't he? And even just saying that out loud is like, oh, God, I am, aren't I? But I low-key want to try that shit. And let me tell you why. I was rewatching the Pirate Software drama of like the whole reason why people stopped liking him because of what he was doing. And I was like, it may look kind of weird, but I kind of fuck with it in a weird way, Like I'm not really like a point and click type of fucking player, and I don't even know if my PC can run or download World of Warcraft, but I kind of want to try it. You know what I mean? It sounds terrible for me to say, but I want to try it and play it on stream. I really do. And I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't be good on TikTok. I feel like I would have to go to Twitch to stream it because, well, for one, I know the World of Warcraft community is like super loyal to its guys, and like getting into that would kind of be hard. I feel like there'd be a lot of people who like wouldn't even let me into that community. I feel like I wouldn't be open to it even. And also, I feel like people on TikTok would not fuck with World of Warcraft because TikTok is very young. Warcraft is like old as fuck. There's some old ass people. And there's also not, I feel like there's a big community for it, but I feel like there isn't as at the same time, Like, is that weird for me to say? That I feel like it has a huge community, but it doesn't at the same time. Like, if you go on Twitch, whoever's streaming World of Warcraft doesn't even have that many viewers. And like the biggest, who would you say the biggest streamer for World of Warcraft is? Like Asmongold or Esfand, right? And I feel like well, at least Esfand doesn't have like the biggest, like okay. I love Esfand. I've been watching him for like fucking hella years, okay? Like many years back before any of the rape allegations came to OTK, like way, way, way before then. I've been watching him do that shit. Not World of Warcraft, but other shit. But I feel like he doesn't have as much viewership as I feel like he would, And then again, I haven't checked how much, like, I don't know. I only check his YouTube viewers because that's when I always see him live. I don't know how many he has on Twitch. He probably has a lot more on Twitch, to be fair with you. But whenever I'm on YouTube and I see his viewership, I'm like, for being a guy in an organization, you would feel like you would have a lot more than that, Which then again, YouTube, it's YouTube, you know what I mean? So like, so he probably has a lot more on Twitch, but I'm thinking like, but that's the biggest guy that I know who plays World of Warcraft. So it's like the community is small. But then the Pirate Software shit was fucking, the drama was everywhere. And it's like, I guess a lot of people do give a fuck about it. I guess there's a lot of people who do play the game, And there's a lot of people who watch, apparently. So it's kind of weird. It's like, I want to get into that, but I just don't know what the community is like. And not to mention, I'm going to get flamed, Not that, what my opinion, not to say my friends' opinions matter on what the fuck I do with my life, because if I were to care about what they had to say, then I would not be streaming. I would be working a bum-ass job for the rest of my life. But, I don't give a fuck really, but I'm never going to hear the end of it if I do start playing World of Warcraft, dude. So that's the only part. It's just going to be annoying to hear. It's going to be like, yeah, I might play League, but your ass plays World of Warcraft. It's like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually had it downloaded at one point, but I never played it. I never pressed play. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to commit to this, dude. I don't know if I'm ready to go down this path. But, I think I'm just about ready. I want to play it on stream, and I want to play it when I don't know. Should I play it on Twitch? Well, okay, no. I'm never playing anything on Twitch because Twitch is like, they'll never recommend me to anybody. But if I play it on TikTok, it's like, who the fuck is going to watch World of Warcraft on TikTok? Like, it's all young people. Like, there's no World of Warcraft fans on TikTok, I feel like. So it's kind of, I'm very split right now. I'm very split. And it's kind of like the same. Like I wanted to play Rust for a little bit on stream, but then I was like, wait, hold on. One thing is game chat is going to get me banned. Another thing, I don't know how to play the game, so people are going to flame me. And a third thing is the community in that game is absolute doo-doo poo-poo, dude. Like, it's worse than Apex. Rust has, like, by far one of the worst communities ever, I'm pretty sure. And that's, like, objective. And, like, I'm allowed to shit on people's communities because, like, that's what, like, everybody does that shit. Like, the My Hero Academia community is fucking weird. There's some weird JoJo fans, too, honestly. And then One Piece fans are kind of weird, even though I'm a One Piece fan, but a lot of them are weird, let's just be honest. But also the Rust fans are fucking crazy, dude. Like the World of Warcraft fans, I feel like they're chill, and I feel like the Rust fans are fucking crazy, bro. I feel like my shit's gonna get like doxxed, swatted immediately if I fuck up even once in Rust. So I'm not worried about it, but like it's a possibility. Also, if I get swatted, it's like it would be so much better for my viewership probably because I would clip it. And it's like this streamer with fucking 2 live viewers get swatted. It's like, who the fuck is swatting this guy? It's like, dude, I had this plan all along, bro. Then again, please don't swat me, dude. Like, that's like, don't do it. Because I don't want to get shot and shit. That would suck dick if I got shot. Especially if I went to a coma and, like, forgot how to walk. Sorry for laughing there, but, like, that would suck so much. That'd be unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And that's what a lot of those communities do, is fucking SWAT. Like, Keemstar did that shit. Like, he didn't swap somebody, but he gave all the info to, you know what I mean? So it's like, even though I feel like Keemstar is like older generation, nobody really gives a fuck about him anymore. Like, nobody, I feel like like back then, like iDubbbz was making videos on Keemstar. He was like the villain of YouTube. He made somebody kill himself. And then it's like nowadays, it's like nobody gives a fuck about him, you know? Like, what has he got? He's got a podcast with Boogie and Wings of Redemption. Which, Wings of Redemption, that's a throwback right there, dude. I was barely even fucking born when he was popping off. So, but I don't quite remember it, but I remember the stories. The stories of the guy who cheated, by the way. He didn't cheat. He was just a fraud. That was his thing. He was a fraud. So, I mean, whatever. It was cool. Back then was a different time anyway, so a lot of people got away with a lot of shit they probably shouldn't have. Nasty jokes and all that shit. I'm glad I didn't, go into that. Because I was making YouTube videos back then. I'm glad I didn't go into that direction. I just went in the direction of, like, shitty gaming videos. And then I deleted all of them and lost a few accounts. And now I'm here, making podcasts weekly for you guys. What a life it's been, man. What a fucking life this has been. My life is kind of, like, trash, but at the same time, like, doing this, it makes me feel like I have a purpose, It makes me feel like I'm talking to the world right now. Like, listen to me, everybody. I have something to say. I, Mally Rax, Mason, my last name, which you guys already know, but let me just leave it off the table for now. I love you. Like, I feel like I can just say that, and people will listen. They'll be like, appreciate it, gang. And he's like, yeah, of course, man, always, anytime, even. Anytime. I'm joking. Do not send me your dick pics. You remember that? That's what blew Ninja up. Ain't that crazy? Ninja was, he was still streaming. Also, he was a professional pro. He was a pro Halo player, right? And that's kind of where he got his streaming start. I feel like, again, I know I talked about this last stream. Not last stream, but last podcast. No YouTubers be putting on other YouTubers no more, man. Like, where's my Jacksepticeye shout out, gang? That's all I'm gonna say. Or my PewDiePie shout out, rather. Alright. So, the next topic here is kind of one that hits home personally, because, like, I fucked with it heavy. Fortnite Delulu's gone. If you don't know what Fortnite Delulu is, it's a... Hold on. Fortnite Delulu is, it's Fortnite, but it's game chat Fortnite. I made, like, me personally, one of my best streams, in my opinion, on Fortnite Delulu ever. And it was like, dude, it's fucking gone? No way, bro. Like, Delulu was so good. Me and my friends had such a good time playing that shit, just for it to be gone. Like, there's no way you're doing that, Epic. Like, first, Nick A30 gets rid of impulses, which, by the way, game's actually fucking unplayable now without impulses. And then next you're getting rid of the Lulu. They're making all the wrong moves, dude. All the collab, like, did you see the, what is it, like the 28 days later collab? That shit is ass, bro. That shit was a back bling and a pickaxe, I'm pretty sure. Like that. It's Fortnite lost their shit, I think. After the Simpsons stuff, it's like nobody gives a fuck anymore about Fortnite. It's going through like a recession again. So even though they have a new VTuber skin added that people are liking, apparently. I don't know. I'm not really up with the Fortnite shit really like that. So like I'm not Fortnite shit, VTuber shit. I think a lot of VTubers are really weird. I think like this is gonna get me in trouble possibly in the future. I don't agree with VTubers like at all, bro. Cause they be having like some weird ass icons, be doing some weird ass shit, if you know what I mean. Like some borderline illegal shit. I don't fuck with that. That's like weird, and it's allowed on Twitch and TikTok. And it's like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like you gotta ban these guys, bro. You gotta get them out of here. Cause they're like, I don't know. Like I really don't understand how they can get away with some of that shit. And I know I'm not the only person who thinks that. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. It's just we're acting like it's just not a thing that's happening, but it's very prevalent, and we're very aware of it. It's very strange what's going on in the VTuber community. I'm not against all VTubers, of course. You know, there's some of them that are cool. I don't know any VTubers by name or look or anything like that, but I'm sure there's some good ones. But like, I just don't know. There's a lot of weird shit going on in that community. Those communities, I should say. The Peanut guy, he's not a VTuber, but he won an award for the VTuber Awards, which is like, you know, it's either him or someone dressed up as a little anime person, I guess. Which, you know, pick the Peanut over the weird shit is what I would agree with. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need for any of that other shit. Which people got mad at. But it's like, can you blame them? Can you fucking blame them, bro? I don't know. I feel like, you know, people would be paying like hundreds of thousands of dollars for those fucking models. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Just show your face. That shit's free. Like, nah, that shit, like, a webcam costs what, 20 bucks, dude? That shit's 20 bucks to 100,000. VTubers, man. Shit's crazy. Shit is actually crazy. And a lot of them are just, like, okay, I don't want the VTuber fandom to come after me because they're a lot like the K-pop community, but y'all got to start doing some checks and balances, bro. Y'all got to start like promoting some of the good ones, and start to attack some of the bad ones. Because from what my perspective is, all of them are weird. All of your community is weird. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I like anime. That's something different. That's some borderline. That's some borderline shit, dude. Like, you got to get that shit checked up on. Okay, like Twitch needs to start banning some folk over some shit. I know I'm talking about this for a while, but it's like the fact that it's become so mainstream and now it's in Fortnite is kind of weird to me. That's why I wanted to talk about it. It's just, you know, it's weird, man. It's fucking weird. And the fact that it's just there on Twitch is okay. It's like, I don't know, you know, like people can get away with a lot of shit just because it's like anime, which is also something that's like controversial to a lot of people. And it's like, I don't know, dog, you know what I mean? Especially with like, you know how in One Piece there's a character called fuck is her name? Bonnie? Bonnie, she's like 14 in the show, but it's weird. If you know, you know. One Piece. If you know, it's One Piece is so mainstream too, and to have that, it is very weird. But I'll get off of that because I think I've talked about that for a little too long now. But I'm actually gonna go and head to break, and I'll catch y'all back when I'm done with the break. So, hey, what's going on? I'm back from the break. Nice little break I had going on. I fully shut the door this time, which is cool. You know, I'm surprised the cat didn't break in here before because they love to do that shit. And you know what's crazy is my cats come in here and the only thing they do is pee. Like, they come in here, they're like, oh my god, we haven't been in this room in so long, let's piss everywhere. It's like, oh, appreciate that one, gang. You're getting thrown out on the street. Except my parents would never let me throw my cats out on the street. It's annoying. I wish I could. I honestly wish I could, dude. You guys don't know, but I gotta deal with a lot of shit with dealing with cats and whatnot. You know, cat hair everywhere, fucking messes they make. It's terrible. I'm never having a pet when I move out or when I grow up and have kids. If I have kids, whatever. No pets, dude. Unless it's like a bird outside who can survive in harsh weather. Like a super bird or something, like a Lacombe bird or some shit like that, you know? Aside from that, nothing else, dude. Maybe an iguana. But then again, like, his ass gonna get shot eventually by somebody, right? So that would be kind of hard to maintain. The only reason why I say that is because I knew somebody who had a pet iguana, and I'm pretty sure his ass got shot. So, because I didn't see him after a certain period. You guys are hearing the people in my background, by the way. Don't mind them. They're watching One Piece. I guess One Piece kind of weird, but anyways, I'm back here to say I know it may not look like it, but I figured out a new level of shaving the other day. No, this is not sponsored. This is not a sponsored segment. I know I gave you the look like, oh shit, he's about to say something about those guys who be sponsoring people. No, I'm not. Okay, I wish I would because I shave a lot, but I just figured out a new way of shaving. I used shaving cream for the first time probably about a week, 2 weeks ago. And that shit changed my life, bro. That shit changed everything. Like, I know I always look messy and unkempt, and that's because my shit grows back immediately. I don't know why. I hate it just as much as the next guy. But shaving cream makes it, like, so much easier. Even though I still, like, most razors cut me, except for one, which I haven't used in a combination with the shaving cream, but, like, I still get cut, but it's so much smoother, dude, than just using normal water. Like it's crazy, and it's like just so much more. It's like so much faster too. Is the main thing. Like shaving just takes too long for me, so I put it off. But fucking shaving cream with your face, dude, like that shit takes like 5 minutes, probably even less. It's so convenient, bro. It's like who nobody told me about this. Like my dad never showed me that shit. He never showed me how to use shaving cream. I had to show myself, and I was like, fuck, this is it, y'all. Like this is legit. This is the stuff right here. This is what I'm gonna use forever now until I run out of it because I can't afford to buy more. But until then, I'm finna use the fuck out of that shit, bro, on everything. And like right now, right, like my facial hair right now is like it's just kind of like along the side, so it like kind of highlights my face a little bit, but doesn't even matter because on video, I'm sure I just look like a fucking ghost blob. But I look decent IRL, which I'm not a fan of facial hair. I only look good with facial hair on my face when I have long hair itself. But like, I remember I was bald, rocking damn near a beard, and it was not the look, dude. It was not the look. You could probably see it in one of my older videos because I privated everything else. So if you go to like my oldest videos, sorted by oldest, I guess. I don't know why I said sorted by, and then go to like my third video. Yeah, I'm just bald as fuck with a beard. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, bro? You're chopped. You're chuz. It's like, fuck, dude. I thought I was huz. But as I said last video, whenever I shave my head, it's like I got bigger problems than my facial hair, you know. So, but yeah, nobody told me that shaving cream was like a blessing in fucking disguise, bro. Like nobody told me that shit would save me like hours of my life, probably even days. You probably average about a day shaving in your life, probably even more than that actually. That'd be nice, I guess. I wonder how many years I average sleeping. Well, half of them, right? I average half of my years sleeping. Crazy. Well, I probably don't, but a lot of people do. I don't sleep at all, guys. If you don't know that, if you don't know, I am. Well, I do sleep. It's just I can't go to sleep at nighttime. And when I do fall asleep, I just during the day, and then I have to get up before 3, which fucking normal people would never even think about that. They'd be like 3, I fucking get off at work at 3. What the fuck are you talking about? But it's like, yeah, I have to get up before 3 to stream, and sleeping is just hard for me. I don't know what happens. It is the energy drinks for sure, but they're just too good. They're just too tasty for me to leave. Even though it was my New Year's resolution to cut off on them, and I had only one of them today, so I am waning off of them slowly, but it's happening. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting them out of my system, which is good. Everybody wants to get rid of the thing that they love the most. So that's just how it has to be, you know? Like I don't want to get rid of them, but I know I have to for my health. Because I weigh 145 pounds. I weighed earlier today, and that's the heaviest I've weighed in a while. So I don't know if it's because I've cut back on energy drinks or what, but just to let you know, the shit is it's getting something's happening in my body because I'm not drinking the energy drinks. I don't know. And sleeping hasn't gotten any better, but maybe it will. So I can't wait till that happens. Even though I tried this new shit earlier called Bucked Up. I actually posted a stream clip about it. So if you like have any archives and see my clips about me talking about the energy drink Bucked Up while I sound like Vegito, that's today. It's the same day I'm recording this. So also, I know I wear this beanie all the time. Listen, it's comfortable, okay? Like they should fucking sponsor me. Teddy Fresh, lock the fuck in. Lock the fuck in, bro, because my podcast is like goated as fuck. It's so goated, actually. Hell, they could make my podcast a segment of their podcast, dude. Think about that. Have like a 5-hour podcast and have mine just in the middle. I mean, I'm coming up with all these business opportunities, dude. I'll sign. Just send me a contract, dude. Send me a contract. I'll read it over. Without a lawyer, even. So like I can get fucked on anything. I'll sign that bitch. I don't give a fuck. I lied. I'm lying my ass off. I would definitely read it with somebody. Yeah, with somebody. Oh, sorry. I thought my house was getting broken into. You guys know I'm a fucking paranoid schizophrenic. You guys know that I hear noises all the time, and I hear shit breaking. That time it wasn't somebody breaking anything though. That time it was just like suspicious noises. I was like, is somebody jimmying my window? But no, I'm good on that. Nobody's breaking into my crib anytime soon, I hope. And if they do, don't, or like leave my room alone. Actually, if somebody broke in my house, I would never sleep again. Like actually, like I don't think I would ever fall asleep. It's my biggest fear to have somebody break into my house. And so, like, if somebody did, I would never be able to sleep for the rest of my life. I would just constantly be up listening. I'll be like, dude, what if somebody comes in here? And I'll fucking like freak out. I'll probably die actually from not sleeping because that's probably a thing, right? Right? Probably a thing. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you can go crazy from not sleeping. I don't know if you can die from it though. Anyways, next topic here. Sorry, that's kind of a bad transition again, but the next discussion I have is I want to take a trip back home to where I'm from, and I want to make a YouTube video on it. But as we've discussed earlier, I ain't got the money. So I'm gonna have to postpone that for a while. Sorry for the loud noises outside, by the way. Sorry, can't really do anything about that. But yeah, I want to go. I don't got the funds, but when I do have the funds, I will definitely do it. Cause I need an upload, dude. I need a main channel upload. It might not even be like the next. It definitely won't be the next upload unless I somehow am blessed with like thousands of dollars overnight. But yeah, it won't be within any recent time. It's just when I go down there, I will be recording everything just so I can, soak it all up, And I record a lot of my YouTube videos just to remember shit, like remembering St. George Island or Panama City, just to remember the shit that I done and I've went through. A lot of my podcasts used to be like that too, but I be venting a little too much on some of my podcast episodes, so you'll never see those. Like I had one that I recorded in Key West like a year ago. Y'all ain't never seeing that shit. I was talking hella shit about everybody. Everybody was on that shit. I was bow, like I was killing everybody on that shit. I just cannot release that right now, okay? I'll release that when I'm comfortable enough in my own life, okay? But right now, I'm dependent on too many people to upload that shit right now. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it'll come out eventually, but not anytime soon. So, yeah, but that's just how it gets down there, Like, if I made a video down there, I'd go violent. Like, I used to live down there. I was crazy, dude. I would fucking say whatever I wanted to. I didn't give a fuck. And it got me in trouble a lot of the time in school and with people as well. So, it was like, Yeah, I don't know. There's just something in the air down there. It's this like freedom of speech running through my fucking veins. It's like, grr, I'll say whatever the fuck I want. Nobody can fuck with me. Uh, which I uploaded it, kept it up for like a month. And after I was recording the other one, I was like, oh God, if the wrong person sees this, it's over. You know, if the wrong person sees this shit, it's all over. I'm gonna have to review it. I'm gonna have to go back and review that bitch. Cause I for real don't know, I don't know what I said, honestly. I just remember who I said stuff about. There's like there was like four people I said some shit about that I that I remember distinctively. And I remember also I may or may not have been under the influence. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I just remember. Actually, was that one of those nights? Uh, there's like a there's a 50-50 chance, honestly, because whenever I would go down there as like my little summer vacation, I'll get crazy, dude. I'll get fucking wild down there. So who knows? Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. There's again a 50-50 chance, but I'll definitely release that one day. But I'll have to edit it first to see what the fuck I can let through or not. You know, it's like nothing even really too crazy. I was just talking shit over nothing. I was like, yeah, fuck these fucking people doing all this bullshit, and like the shit that they were doing does not affect me at all whatsoever. And I was just like, man, fuck everybody, fuck you, fuck them. He's like, no, that's not that's uncalled for, as you could say. So I deleted that, and I feel like that was a part of my OG videos too. I don't have any more OG videos; they're all lost to time. I wish I would have kept more, but I don't think I can get my hands on any of them. So unfortunately, they're all like missing. But yeah, if I were to go back down there, I would definitely record it all. Podcast episodes, you name it. You know, it'll be fun for sure. It's just life is hard, man. Money's tight. Tight as has ever been, actually. Tightest it's ever been. I don't know. I was trying to say something there, but it's kind of sounded like I was saying my pussy's tight a little bit. I was like, let me just say it again. Let me just say it again. Let me just say money's tight. Money. I'm a fucking idiot, bro. Money is the tightest it's ever been. So I gotta worry about that before I start thinking about going back home and seeing my family. But if I do, I'll definitely be fucking recording, and I'll bring all my streaming shit with me too, because I can't forget about the streaming stuff. So you know how it is. You know how it is. And another thing, I am selling my car. Now you might be wondering, you had a car? The fuck? I thought you were like broke, unemployed, didn't have a license, and didn't have a car. Well, it turns out I'm broke, unemployed, a bum, doesn't have a license, and I do have a car, but I'm selling it. So soon I will be the first one. So, you know, I'll be selling it. Maybe I can get a few dollars extra, I guess, you know, because everybody's in a bad spot right now. I feel like in the world, everybody's in a bad spot. But for me, it's self-inflicted. You know, like I did this to myself, which, you know, bring it, dude. Bring me the fucking world. I'm finna eat its ass out, and I'm gonna puke up back in its fucking world vagina or whatever the fuck. So I'm ready to take on the world, man. I don't give a fuck about nobody except for myself, I guess, and my family. Which I'm not making money for my family. I'm making money for myself. But I will definitely help my family out. Like people always talk about how they would help their parents out in a situation. I talked to my parents about. I was like, if I made it out, I'm gonna help you. They're like, dude, fucking spend that shit on yourself, bro. We're good. And it's like, I mean, I'll help y'all out, but I get what you're saying. You know, I get what you're saying. So, but yeah, guys, that has been it for the Highly Intelligent podcast this week. If you guys liked it, make sure to share, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe or follow or rate it 5 stars, whatever you're listening to it on. And yeah, make sure to leave a nice comment or whatever the fuck you guys do. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hope you like the outro.